So I am learning how not to use the word so much. One thing that recording yourself really highlights are your little quirks that you were not aware of. Sustainability is one of my core values, and over the years, it's taken a lot of mindset work to figure out how to continuously move in a more sustainable way. And I've discovered that making the switch in moderation has been successful for me. So I thought it'd be interesting to bring you all along on each switch that I make, kind of give examples of how to do that in moderation. One of them that I am coming up on right now is making the switch from using like a toothpaste, to something that is not in a tube essentially, and trying to figure out like how to make that work. Kind of adjusting expectations that it's probably not gonna feel the same way. Texture and mouthfeel and how the product actually works is gonna take some adjustment to figure that out. And then also just kind of considering, is this new product better overall? Like the whole point of switching away from the tube toothpaste is just the loss of product within the tube that you can't get out at the end. And then also the fact that there's still packaging that's not going to go away anytime soon. Like it's no longer in your field of vision because you let the trash system take it out of your life, but it's still around, and it's still going to be around for a very long time. And so my concern with switching products is still considering the entire life cycle. So when you brush your teeth and you rinse it all down the sink, you're rinsing things down into the water system that still go through a wastewater treatment process. So with this new product, are there still ingredients in the actual product itself that allows it to be like in this solid disc that you can use one at a time, that makes it worse than using a tube of toothpaste, or is it still manageable? And so I've noticed that there's at least 2 products that I've been advertised to for. So that gives me hope that there's a selection process that I can make that's kind of optimizing the whole stream. So we'll see where that goes, but I need to make a decision soon, because in this particular instance, I made one of my own mistakes of waiting until I've used up the last of my tube of toothpaste before deciding to find a new product, which can make it less successful of a switch because you're kind of under a time crunch. So I'm excited to make that change. And yeah, another one that I am in the middle of making is I'm just about to finish a bottle of hair conditioner, and I'm already using bar shampoo, and it's been excellent, and it's lasting forever. So I think it'll be pretty easy to just use the same brand and just buy a bar of conditioner. But I've also been thinking, do I even need conditioner? Like, are there products out there that, like, the reason why shampoo and conditioner have been such a staple in how we wash our hair, is it because there's products in shampoo that require conditioner, and now that I'm using a completely different product that's in solid form, like, are those ingredients different enough that now they don't require conditioner? I don't know. We'll see. Another one that I've made recently is kind of more of a, instead of switching products from something that's harmful to the environment, or at least doesn't decompose into something beneficial. Instead of trying to switch products, some of them I consider eliminating. So the one that I decided to eliminate and kind of test out how it feels to not have that product in my life anymore are Q-tips. So I ended up finishing using the last of the Q-tips that I had, and decided that can I go without them, because in fact the only way that I was using them was for my ears, and the packaging clearly states that it's not to be used for that purpose anyways. And it's been a few months of not using Q-tips, and like there's still this, I miss them oddly enough, but it's such a minor like comfort level that I'm willing to just continue on without them and get used to not having them. Like they provided such a minimal benefit that it's not needed. Like I think we get so product happy. There's just so many things out there that are marketed to us with some kind of benefit, because that's how marketing works, that we feel like, oh, that sounds like a great benefit. Yes, let me add another product to my list of things to have around me. So I am working on really trying to maximize functionality and, oh, what's the word? Like being able to use one thing for multiple purposes. So I've gone without using paper towels for a while now. I think I made the decision in like a year ago to not purchase any more paper towels, and even when I'm like at other people's houses or in other spaces that have paper towels, that I don't use those either. And I've noticed there's still one area that I really like have not been able to find a replacement for, and that's around cooking with meat. There's a lot of instances where like, hey, you want to dry off the chicken breast so that you can coat it easier, or so that it's crispier or something like that. And I just can't bring myself to use cloth, like kitchen dishes or dish towels to do that activity with, because I can't imagine the chicken juices being cleaned out. Like it just doesn't seem possible. Or when you're waiting for meat to thaw out and you have some of the blood juices running out, usually you use a paper towel to kind of soak that up. And I don't see anything else being able to replace that. So, I mean, I still don't use anything. In that case, I kind of just deal with it. Although there is a product that I have purchased and am waiting for it to be delivered that seems like it might fix that issue. It's kind of in between paper towels and dishcloths. It's like an absorbent material that's biodegradable but is able to be used multiple times. And so I'm curious to see if that is something that can actually replace a few more things and be able to be used in a much better way. So that's kind of something else that's in the works of being transitioned. So it's just kind of continuing to keep an open mind of the things that are in your life, the things that you're using, and adjusting for sustainability being a core value rather than convenience. Like there's still a level of finding kind of both, like where's a happy medium of convenience versus sustainability, but for the most part they seem to be fairly exclusive. I'm trying to see if there are other perspectives for that, but yeah, removing products is an option, switching products is an option. I feel like there was was the third one I was thinking of earlier, but it's eluding me at the moment. So that's where I'm at. I'm sure I'll think of more. If I do, I'll get another video going. So let me know what you think.